apology because for this girl to get on here and say that Pap is the daddy of my best friend fucking baby, knowing that she's lying and never clear it up, you're wrong as fuck for that. And you know that you're wrong because now you got these people making blogs with half my god baby picture and half a Pat picture, but then you want to text me a private.
She grabbed her phone. She went live. She talked about Nigeria, about Papoose, about Remy Ma. And then she hit delete like the internet forgets. Like the clips weren't already downloaded and sitting on 12 different TikTok accounts before her finger even left that button. Claressa Shields, the undisputed world champion, crashed out on Facebook Live and handed the entire internet exactly what it needed to dismantle her. Tonight, we go through every second of that disaster. Buckle in. This is going to hurt. Let's start at the beginning because the beginning alone tells you the mental state Claressa was in when she pressed go live. No ring light. No microphone, no proper setup. She went live on what looked like an iPhone 3, buffering, freezing, pixelating every 30 seconds, and poured her entire soul out to an internet already sharpening its knives. When a woman of Claressa Shields' level, a woman who has stood under championship lights, who has negotiated multi-million-dollar contracts, when that woman goes live from a bad Wi-Fi connection to address friendship drama, that is not strength. That is a spiral. That is someone pushed past their emotional limit who forgot who they were for 30 minutes on Facebook, and that delete button. The delete button is a myth. Bro Real Life had the footage. TikTok had the clips. The live is gone from her page, but lives everywhere else permanently. That delete confirmed one thing only. She knew the moment it was over that she had made a massive mistake.
And then when I tell you, like, girl, my loyalty is to Pap. Why would I talk to somebody who started off this whole thing lying on me? I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm steering clear of that. People can, no. Whenever that time comes or if it ever comes, who gives a fuck? But you bringing this shit to my camp. Listen, if you want to switch sides and jump on another shit, jump off and go over there. What I don't respect is you tried to get me to get into it with Pap, tried to get me to get into it with Beatty, tried to have me get into it with everybody over you, and you poking holes in my shit just so you can jump off on the other shit and watch me sink. Just go. Just go, my nigga. Go.
Claressa told the world she almost went into a depression because of Nigeria. Her former best friend, the woman she traveled with, paid for, invested in, and vouched for repeatedly. Almost went into a depression, let that land. Now let's talk receipts. She paid for Nigeria's car, covered hotel rooms on multiple trips, handed over $2,800 cash, spent $1, $500 on ringside seats at the Franchon Cruz fight, then pulled her backstage credentials that same night because Nigeria embarrassed her publicly, but still gave her the $1,500 seats. Think about that. She was angry enough to remove her access, but still spent $1,500 to keep her comfortable. That is not friendship. That is someone buying loyalty because they are terrified of what happens when it runs out. And we now know exactly what happens. Nigeria allegedly had private conversations with Remy Ma and then leaked details of those conversations back to Claressa. Here is where it gets interesting. Claressa had zero problem spreading unverified information about Alicia Baumgardner. Zero problem letting damaging Mary Ma narratives circulate, narratives sourced directly from Pillow Talk with a married man who had every reason to make his wife look terrible. But now that the same energy is pointed back at her, now it is betrayal. Now it is devastating. Now it is almost depression. The standard only applies when it protects Claressa. The second it flips, it becomes the worst thing ever done to a human being. She claimed an $8 million deal. Said it more than once. But what she confirmed with her own mouth is that the direct deposit from Win Records was $3 million. $3 million as a signing bonus. Not 8, 3. The difference between 3 and 8 is $5 million. And when someone inflates numbers by 5 million publicly, you have to ask what else in their story is being inflated.
Me and Remy Ma did have a conversation, but it wasn't going against Claressa, literally, on my children. I have the whole recording of our conversation. She never once said anything bad about Claressa ever. I'm not even going to allow that. I don't give a fuck what our circumstances is, what terms we on, none of that. I'm never going to let nobody speak down on Claressa to me that she have a personal issue with. Even though she the only one with an issue. But yeah, still, like, we definitely had a conversation, literally did. And I told her, I feel like you and Pat is in cahoots, like I do. And she cleared the air on that. And literally after having a conversation with her, I feel like she has nothing to do with what Pat Poose is doing. She doesn't. She's not condoning any. She's not playing side bitch to her own husband. She's not doing none of that. Like, no. When all this stuff hit the fan, yes, I took accountability for everything that I've ever done. I leaked Remy my number in the beginning of Claressa and Remy's little internet shit. I leaked her number for Claressa. I did do that. I took accountability for that. Just like Remy said, she said, I respect you. You a real bitch. Like, you didn't come to me on no let's team up because you went to it with Claressa. You came to me on some taking accountability for what you did, and still in the same breath, you not fucking with nobody that don't fuck with her. Literally.
She also claimed she is in training camp and has a big fight coming. But where is the fight announcement? 4 to 6 weeks out from any real fight, there is always a public announcement. Always. Is the alleged investigation holding up the announcement? Are pending legal matters complicating the promotional timeline? I am asking the questions her own numbers forced me to ask. Then the house. She claims she put $152,000 into a property, claims she saved it from demolition, but the house is now with the land bank, with the city, not with her. The explanation? Wrong tax ID was used to pay the taxes. That is a very specific and very strange reason to lose control of a property you claim to have invested 6 figures into. The math on the house, just like the math on the deal, needs far more explanation than a glitchy Facebook Live provided. Now we get to what this entire situation orbits. Papoose, the married man. The man Claressa has publicly attached her name to. On that live, she referred to Remy Ma as Pap's ex, his former partner, his past. There are no divorce papers, no courthouse filing, no legal separation on record anywhere. Remy Ma is not his ex. Remy Ma is his wife. Today, right now, in the eyes of every legal document that governs their union. And while Claressa is on live declaring her loyalty to this man, where is he? Silent, not on the live, not releasing a statement, not clarifying anything. Because that is what married men playing both sides do. They let the other woman carry every public hit while they go live their undisturbed life. Her loyalty is to a man who allegedly pawned the Chanel purse he gifted her for her birthday. Her loyalty is to a man with an alleged gambling situation discussed in multiple circles. Her loyalty is to a man who has made zero legal moves to change his marital status, despite everything he tells her in private. And then Claressa's own sister went on live and said sleeping with a married man is not a big deal. That confirmation from her own bloodline tells you everything about the environment she is operating in. Nobody in that circle is telling her the truth. Nobody is sitting her down and saying, this is burning your brand, your legacy, your future. They are all either on the payroll or too far gone in the same thinking to see the damage clearly. Here is what nobody in Claressa's circle is bold enough to say to her face. Papoose is not leaving Remy Ma, not because Remy Ma is doing anything to trap him, because a man who wanted to leave would have filed already. A man who was done would not have his wife's name on his body. A man genuinely building a future with you would not be completely invisible every single time you take a public hit, defending a relationship he refuses to confirm publicly. You are not his partner. You are his current situation. And every crash out live, every deleted post, every emotional public moment confirms to him that you are manageable, that no matter what he does, you will stay loyal and keep performing for a role that does not legally exist yet. Remy Ma has said nothing, not one post, not one like, because she does not need to. The marriage certificate speaks. The decade of shared history speaks. The legal documents speak louder than any Facebook Live ever could. Remy Ma is not fighting for a man. She is simply existing as a wife while everyone around her exhausts themselves trying to rewrite a story that already has its ending written. Claressa, you are a genuine champion. Your record in that ring is untouchable. But right now, when brands pull your name, they are not only finding the champion, they are finding the crash out, they are finding the deleted live. They are finding the unconfirmed money claims and the married man and the missing fight announcement. Networks read feeds, sponsors read feeds. Capital has a longer memory than any drama cycle. And Capital does not forgive a bad headline just because the moment passed. Stop crashing out. Stop deleting. Stop explaining yourself to people who are not offering you anything permanent. Get in the gym, announce the fight. Let your career be the loudest thing attached to your name. Because right now, the internet is louder than your corner, and the internet does not have your best interests at heart. If this breakdown hit, smash that like button right now. Drop a comment and tell me which part of this situation explodes next. The Nigeria fallout, the Papoose legal question, or that missing fight announcement. Share this with your circle because somebody needs to hear this tonight. Subscribe and hit the notification bell because when Remy Ma finally speaks, when the legal paperwork surfaces, when Mama Mitchell breaks her silence, you do not want to be the last one in your feed to know. Stay sharp, stay focused. See you in the next one.